We're kicking off today's guests, as I mentioned, with Jim Hoft, the Gateway Pundit. We're on a roll with big-name guests. We ended yesterday's show with Dick Morris. Now we're moving on to Jim Hoft. A lot is in the news, and we're going to talk about that. But as I mentioned, today is May the 4th, so we're sort of obligated to be gimmicky and talk about Star Wars. Jim, thanks for joining me.
Great to be with you, Adam.
I know we have a lot to get into with Obamacare and other subjects that are being covered very well at thegatewaypundit.com, but I guess you were in high school when Star Wars came out, and I just want to get your thoughts about what it was like. I was pretty young. At the time, I was like 6, I guess, or 5 even. What was the experience being a high school student? I guess you couldn't dress up in costumes. It was the mid to late 70s at that point. What was your experience as a high schooler when Star Wars came out?
Well, Adam, when Star Wars came out, I was in a high school in Iowa. So middle America, very middle class, and this great movie came out. I think we read about it a little bit. Of course, there wasn't the internet or any computers at that time. And so we went to this movie, and I tell you, it was magical at the time. It was a wonderful story. The actors, the actress, they're beautiful people. It was humorous. It was very creative at the time. We'd never seen anything like it. The bar scene, of course, sticks in everyone's mind. So it was a wonderful story of good versus evil, and the creativity from Hollywood was just unmatched at that time.
And were there any favorite characters of yours?
I guess I liked Luke the best, but Chewbacca was pretty entertaining. A lot of people liked him. I know a lot of guys my age were pretty impressed with this Princess Leia character, so that's kind of the way it went. But yeah. All
right. That was the obligatory talk about Star Wars. Speaking of the evil empire, Obamacare, first step towards repeal